anything we can learn how to do, I think helps hone your skills. Wow, shut up. Welcome to Upholstery University. We got a weird video today. We are going to learn how to sew with a Swiss Army knife. I didn't even know this is a thing you could do, but because we learn about everything upholstery related and sewing here, the thumbnail showed them with a Swiss Army knife and some leather. So, sounded upholstery related to me. Before we get started, let's make sure to like their video. Be sure to like our video, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so every time we post a video, you get to watch it. Everything from learning how to do real upholstery to learning how to sew with a Swiss Army knife, apparently. So let's get into it. How to sew using Swiss Army knife sewing awl.
In order to sew, make sure your knife has an awl.
Oh, so you have to have the awl attachment.
Using thread, cord, or string, sear both ends. This will help keep it from unraveling.
Yep, don't want it to fray.
Here's how you thread the awl. Thread the eye of the awl towards yourself. This is the end that will act as the needle end of the thread. I will call this the working end.
Wow.
I'm going to sew together 2 scrap pieces of leather just for demonstration.
So, by no means are we going to be sewing up an entire car interior like this, nor your grandma's rocking chair. This is going to be, you're in the middle of nowhere, stranded, and you're just itching to do upholstery. And you're like, man, that rock has way not enough leather for me to sit on it. And I only sit on the finest Corinthian leather.
Nothing beyond the thickly cushioned luxury of seats available even in soft Corinthian leather.
So I need to affix these 2 pieces of leather together so that I can sit on this rock. I don't know why you would need to do this, but let's say you happen to be stranded somewhere and you happen to come across 2 pieces of cured leather sitting on the ground, and then you need to sew them together. It could be for like repairing a tent, maybe. There's real world applications for this, but I'm stuck in my upholstery mindset of all right, I gotta break it to you. I hate camping. I hate the outdoors. I don't enjoy it. I like indoors. That's why. All right, this might get a little ranty, but I love working on cars. I hate getting dirty. I don't like grease on my hands. I don't like cold places. I don't like hot places. So for me to be able to work on a car, I have to be indoors. I have to be in a sheltered environment. Oh yeah, I hate rain. Don't want to get rained on. Makes no sense that I live in Oregon. Yeah, so I found upholstery, and what do you know? You can do your entire work in an air-conditioned environment. You never get dirty, or rarely. Some dust is the worst thing you have to deal with. Yeah, so real-world applications for me sewing with a Swiss Army knife? Probably not, but in an emergency, might be a good thing to learn how to do.
I place the point on the
just
leather
hand
for my
sewing.
first puncture. The sharp edge should be facing in the direction of my stitching.
That's some thick leather. He's gonna have to push pretty hard.
The sole purpose
Unless
of
that's
the
sharp.
first puncture
Oh,
is
it's like
to
a
feed
knife.
the
Okay.
working end all the way through. Pulling the awl back just a little bit will create a
Loosen
loop.
that thread.
You can grab the end of that loop and now pull the thread all the way through. Again, this is the working end of the thread. You are now ready to start stitching. Pull the awl back
Okay.
and then reposition the awl where the point is on the next puncture site, about 1 centimeter away from the first puncture.
Yeah, that's making some big
Send
holes.
the awl all the way through.
You're going to, centimeter apart, like
Pull
you
the
said.
awl back.
If you do them
until
too
you create
close,
the
I
loop.
think that cut is going to be too big and you can actually end up just cutting all the way through your material.
You will now take the working end of the thread and you will send it through that loop. Lightly
Yeah,
tug
it's like a little
both
lock
ends of the
stitch.
thread to tighten. Withdraw the awl, gently tighten the strings, reposition the point a centimeter away,
Okay.
and repeat this process. Continue this process,
Pull it out.
tightening the strings along the way
A little bit.
until you've
A little
completed your
loop.
stitch.
Loop that through. Okay. I think that's really straightforward. Wow. Look at that. Little flame on the end of the thread so it doesn't fray. Wow. And now we know how to sew with a Swiss Army knife. That was pushing it a little bit as far as upholstery channel comes. But you know what? Anything you learn how to do new when it comes to sewing, thread, upholstery related things, I think it's good to know because it's something that you can use later in the future. Even though that was a weird situation where you're sewing with a Swiss Army knife, it's the same thing as hand sewing and doing a lock stitch with a needle. You can do the same thing with a needle, pull it through, make that little loop, bring the other side of the thread through to hand sew a lock stitch. I think that's a nice thing to know how to do. I don't even know if I can give that video a grade. How do I grade that video? I think he did. What he did what he needed to do. I think that's something used in an emergency situation, so I'm not going to judge him on not measuring out the spaces for the stitches or following a straight line or anything. I don't think he deserves any less than an A. For more upholstery related videos, be sure to subscribe, like this video, hit the notification bell so you can see when we post more videos, and see you guys next time. Bye. Look at that, one take and done.